What's going on, guys? Well, after reading the comments on the washer and dryer video, you know, there's a couple comments. Yeah, just get those off the screen, Jesus. Anyway, apparently you can reverse the washer and dryer door, because right now the way they open is they open on themselves. And allow me to demonstrate. They open inwards, making it hard to take laundry from one and toss it in the other. However, you mentioned they are reversible, and I do believe you are correct, because there's 2 screws here, 2 screws here. So I think if I just take these Phillips screws out, take these brackets off, bolt them onto the end here where these bolts are, move this thingy over to this side where this dead plate is, we can have the door open up that way, which would be probably better. So that's cool. That's something I may consider doing. I don't feel like doing it today. I just, you know, that's something I may consider doing. I may even consider doing it in this video. Maybe I will do it today. Let's give it a rip. Okay, I need a better screwdriver than the one I've been using, because this thing's a piece of shit. Okay, I got all the screws swapped on this side, got the hinges installed on this side, just got to install I moved these plastic bits from this side here over to this side here. Now I just got to install the door and we're good to go. Alrighty, door's back on. Now, will it close? Yes, it will. I'm a genius! Well, you guys are a genius because you told me about this. So, now we got to do the washer. So, same exact friggin' procedure. Take those bolts out, rip the door off, take off these hinges, take off these bolts, move everything the frig over. At least, unlike on the dryer, I don't have to move the locking mechanism, because the locking mechanism is dead center up top. All I got to do is move these plastics. That's it. Move the hinges. Call it a frickin' day. It's pitter patter. There. Both doors are swapped. Now when I open them, I got nothing between me to get from stuff from there to there. Nice. Very, very nice. I really got to balance this one. Alright. That's one thing down. Now, you probably noticed that I put the parts on, and all of a sudden I'm holding the door up and I'm screwing the door in to the hinges when you saw me mount the hinges to the door. I mounted the hinges wrong. They were kind of inverted, so they didn't work out too well. So the solution was to remove the hinges and then attach them to the door and then slide them into place and lock them in and then bolt them in. That's what I did with the dryer. I should have done the same with the washer. I didn't. I screwed up. Whatever. It's done. I don't give a care. My next project, I want to replace this stupid thing. I didn't buy a light yet. I'm probably going to go out this weekend and get one. That'll be another video of its own, because I really want to start doing chin-ups. And it's really hard when you're eating stained glass. And that thing needs to go to hell. So today's a fasting day. Yesterday I fed. I worked out and I fed. And all I know is right now I'm wearing full clothing and holding a camera. So I should come in at 215. I should. So full camera, clothing with a camera, 215.2. Gonna say I'm probably sitting around 211, 212, give or take. Fasting day today, fasting day tomorrow. I might go right till Friday. I don't know. We'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. Because I really don't feel like eating. Frig it. Got better things to do. Like not eat. Hey guys. It's a new day. It's Saturday now. Yeah, I haven't uploaded all week. I think my last upload was on Tuesday or some nonsense. It's been a cold past couple days, man. It's been sitting at minus 30 overnight and then going up to like minus 20. I guess it's not as bad as the Maritimes. They've been getting the bullshit pretty hard. But we've been getting it not too awesomely either. So that's a thing. Anyway, I'm going to make myself a coffee. I should say another coffee, because this is my second coffee this morning. I got up, it's 12:30? I got up at about... I want to say I got up at around 11, but I think it was like 10:30. Just been watching some Game of Thrones, chilling out, taking it easy on this fine Saturday. And part of this video, we already got those things swapped over. You saw that. I wanted to tackle this by either A, getting some zip ties and lifting that chandelier as high as possible to the fixture, or B, replacing the whole thing with a smaller unit, something like what I got in this room over here, one of these little globes, or maybe even something like what I got in the living room, one of these little jobbies here, these little ceiling mounted orbital guys, but I think you can get them in smaller form factor with one bulb instead of two. My only concern is if you remember the video where I installed these light switches, these Wi-Fi light switches, yeah, there's no cover plate over them because it won't fit. There's nothing I can do. It's ridiculous. The box is so small that I literally, how they sit is how they sit. There's no way around it. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, it is what it is. So, my big concern is the fact that, is this actually installed properly? Does it actually have the metal box above that friggin' brass plate that it's mounted to? Or is it literally just a 2x4 with wires going through it and the bolts going through that? That's my big concern. Also, because I called in sick last week, my paycheck wasn't the hottest this week. So that really hurts. And going out and buying a new light is not really on the budget for the week. Which is why, for the very meantime, I'm actually considering the zip tie method for now, and then figure something out later. Now, right now, we just have a steel bar. You can see it better from this angle. Going from the top to the bottom, holding everything in place. The zip tie method would lift it beyond that bar and would practically pull it right to the ceiling, giving me that same effect and getting it out of the way. So that would be a good resolution or even solution to this freaking problem. Another thing is, anybody living in Ontario, you probably heard that elementary schools are planning a strike for next week. I don't know if it's been ratified yet or what the dice is. All I know is there was a news announcement released on CBC, Toronto News, a bunch of the news outlets, stating that the Ontario government will be giving up to $50 a day for families affected by the strike. So, like, for instance, if they're just doing 1 day a week strikes, like they were doing with the high schools, every Wednesday they were just not having school. If your child is affected by this nonsense, the Ontario government is going to be giving up to $50 a day with certain stipulations, and all those can be found if you just Google it. 2 families for subsidies of childcare. So what that means is, with certain stipulations, the financing isn't available. Like, your kid has to be under the age of 13. If your kid's over the age of 13, they don't need childcare. They should be old enough to take damn care of themselves. Unless they fall into the special needs category. And like, special needs falls under they require specialized training or tutoring or whatever the case may be. You know, like, for instance, kids with slow learning problems or with autism or whatever, you know, they have a learning disorder. They can't sit in class with 36 other students and learn the same way. They require that specialized training in order to get the same out of school that anybody else would. Then they have a different speculation, or a different, I think it's a different speculation. I think the site said it was up to the age of 18 for them. So what pisses me off about all this is I did the math. I was like, okay, so the website said the government is estimating $125 per affected family, and they're expecting upwards of 100,000 families per day of the strike to be affected. Now, let's say, like, Toronto strikes on a Monday, and then, like, the Windsor area strikes on a Tuesday, and the North strikes on a Wednesday, Barrie on a Thursday, so on and so forth. I did the math, and let's say it does affect 100,000 families. At 100,000 families, that's $12.5 million a day that the Ontario government is shelling out. Alright? You're with me still? So you do the math on top of that for 5 days a week. That's $60 million a week being shelled out of taxpayer dollars to subsidize childcare because of a union-based strike. Now, I'm no economist or financial advisor or friggin' accountant or anything, but wouldn't it just be more feasible to ratify the strike? And instead of paying parents money for their kids for having to take care of them instead of sending them off to school, to have the schools open so the kids can get the education they need rather than growing up and being idiots? I don't know. I could be wrong on this. Like I said, I'm not a parent, so I don't have any say about children. But wouldn't it just make more sense to take the $60 million a week and redirect it towards the schools so they have what they need to get the job done, rather than trying to make a bunch of teachers' lives hell? Oh, I guess that would be siding with the enemy, eh? That would be siding with the enemy. Oh, can't give the teachers what they need. Gotta make them suffer. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. The whole thing is dumb. And God knows how long it's going to go on for. So, that's exciting. Way to go, education. Just getting root. Because, like, the kids aren't stupid as it is, let's make them even dumber. Anyway, today I'm going to drink my coffee. Drive that in my face. And then gotta go out there, grab my scraper, nail the end of the driveway, because that's abysmal. Grab my painter's ladder, some zippy ties from the friggin' garage. And then we'll come back inside and we'll get zip tying up the light. That sounds like a battle plan. Let's pitter patter. So anybody out there ever heard of Nuclei overload or nuclei overload? Yeah, nuclei overload. Basically, you've probably seen videos online of I did push-ups for 30 days and this is what happens. Or I did squats for 30 days and this is what happens. I did sit-ups for 30 days and this is what happened. Well, that's called nuclei overload training. See, people do that. Like Arnold, for instance, he had lagging calf muscles. So what he did was nuclei overload training on his calves. Every day he would do 100 calf raises, and that's pretty much all you can really do for your calves, is 100 calf raises with negatives, or calf raises anyway with negatives. And he would do that every day. Even though you're not supposed to train a body part every day, what ends up happening is you stress the area so much that your body's supposed to go, holy crap, we need to keep that area repaired. Now for me, my shoulders were a lagging area. So this past 7 days, every day, I've been training my shoulders big time. Now normally people do it in 100 reps. So they'll do 10 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 20. You know, kind of like what I was doing with the squats back there for my legs. But they'll target an area and bang it out. So since Monday, I've been doing shoulder nuclei training, where I'll do 100 front raises, 100 laterals, and 100 bent over pulls every day, 100 sets or 100 reps for each one, and slowly increase the weight as I move up to basically tell the muscle that shit, we need more freaking power there. Let's go with some growth. Now, does it work? This is a 50-50 market. Some people say yes, some people say no. Some people have found great benefits, i.e. Arnold. His calves exploded and they're a hell of a lot better after he did it. And then there's some people who say you will get big, but once the inflammation clears, you'll be back down to your size anyway, so it's a waste of time. I'm giving her a go on my shoulders because my shoulders have always been a lagging body part and have always given me troubles ever since I was like 17 in martial arts and I hurt my shoulder. I've always had issues with doing anything involving rotator, like I don't know if you can hear it, but I've always had that problem there ever since the injury. So my shoulder clicks. So military press is a real painful thing for me to do. So I try to avoid it. But I can do front raises without getting the click. I can do side raises without getting the click. And I can do bent over pullbacks or rows or whatever the hell they're called. Bent over flies, reverse flies. I can't remember what it's called. So I can do all that without engaging the click and giving myself discomfort. So that's what I decided to do. And all I got to say is it has been working as far as shoulder strength increasing and definition showing up. Today's only day, what are we, day 6? Yeah, today is day 6 of the nuclei training. I still haven't done my training yet. I'm going to do it after I go out and blast the driveway and suspend that light. Now, it's pretty gross out. It's minus 13 degrees right now, which isn't too bad, but it feels like minus 25 with the wind. And if you look out there, hey kitty, are you looking outside? Like, why do you gotta get so up close and personal with the camera all the time? Such a weirdo. You're looking outside, and it's pretty windy out there, eh, buddy? Oh, she's such a good kitty. She's such a tiny kitty. Just a little itty bitty kitty. Guys, she weighs 3 pounds. I weighed myself, and then I picked her up and weighed myself, and it was a 3 pound difference. She's like a perma kitten. She's like literally, like, remember when we used to call it half cat season when she had half her fur? Well, she's actually just a half cat. I mean, she's just so tiny. Like, Felix was double her size. She's just a little itty bitty kitty. Yes, you are. This is a little itty bitty kitty. It's a kitty cat, my mouse. But yeah, like, it's windy as frig outside right now. So, I'm not looking forward to going out and pushing that driveway around. That's going to suck. And we're in a snowfall warning too. We're expected to get 20 to 25 centimeters tonight. So, that's about a foot. That should be fun to deal with tomorrow. Okay. My house almost toppled over. That was quite the wind blow. Wow. Take it easy out there, Mother Nature. Some of us have houses we need to live in. My goodness. Pump the friggin' brakes. So yeah, nuclei training. That's something I've been up to. And it's been pretty good for me so far. We'll keep going at it. We'll keep giving her. But I have a problem. Remember when I bought these back in September? I can see at the bottom of the pail, I don't have much protein left. Now I'm not going back to GNC to buy my protein because they charge too much. This is what, a 5-pound bucket? What is this? What's your size? 2.27, yeah, 2.27 kilograms. About a 5-pound bucket. For that at GNC, it's about $120. But at Popeye's Supplements, I can get a 5-pound bag of protein for $80 or $60, I think it was, somewhere around there. And it lasts me a long time. So, and I need it after that training, because you do the training, you pump the protein, and then your arms don't feel like freaking caca. So that's fan-damn-tastic. Anyway, I'm still in my pajamas. I haven't even gotten dressed yet. It's been a lazy day. Got to get out there though. Got to get shit did. So gradually I'll do it. Not right now though. Alrighty guys, let's get the frig out there. Grab the scraper. Nail the end of the driveway. It's blowing snow out there like a mofo. So we'll go bang out the end of the driveway. Grab the ladder. Bring that in the house. Suspend the light. Should be good. Should be golden. Man, it's cold down here. Alright, wish me luck. Ha! Okay, got the ladder in. And the driveway is shoveled. Probably can't tell. The loud bang I heard a while ago is literally my shovel out here getting picked up by the wind and slamming into that pole. And I broke my blinds more. Lovely. God, these things are cheap. I should just hang a towel from this door and call it a freaking day. Piece of shit. Alright, let's get this ladder set up. Due to the power rack, that's about as good as it's going to get. I'm going to have to do a lean over and pull, but got some zipper ties here. We'll get her going. We'll get her going. No problem. Alright, anybody who knows me knows how much I love climbing up things. Especially when they're cold and made of steel. Never used this ladder before. I'm hoping I did it right. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. If it does, well, I guess I'll eat shit. Alright, put these here. Should be wearing shoes, dude. You know what? Let me put some shoes on. Because these rungs are really freaking cold. Because the ladder literally came in from the outside. And my feet are already starting to suck. Yay! I'm an American. I'm wearing shoes in the house. Yeah, I honestly can't see any boxes underneath that. So, what I'm thinking, I almost need a second hand here to do this. One person to lift the light. She's not exactly, oh shit, she's not exactly loose. I got an idea. There we go. Hopefully that holds. That's right, people. I'm going all in to win. I'm really zip tying the shit out of this. We got 4 of them up here holding this beast in place. Yep, that happened. Cool. Now I should be able to do chin-ups without eating shit. Sweet. Alright, there you have it. This is what was holding it before. Little piece of metal. Yep. Anyway guys, as you can tell, I'm now wearing a different shirt because I had a shower. Because I did my shoulder workout. It felt great. I had to charge the camera too, so that was another thing. But now I'm just going to slam some protein. And I'm going to call this video a video, because that's exactly what it is. So on that note, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.